Is it the shoe? Is it the shoe?
Deb, we're in the middle of a recording session, so every fucking thing you say is going down on tape.
Oh, right, like you guys ever care about that crap?
Okay, stop recording.
Is it the shoe? Is it the shoe? Is it the shoe?
Welcome to Is It the Shoes? I'm Patrick.
I'm Andrew.
All right, guys, we got a wonderful show for you today. Once again, that is because some things have came our way, kind of on accident, but also kind of on purpose. I feel like it might have been a meaningful thing. It was supposed to happen. We were supposed to start a new segment called Andrew's Adventures because Andrew is always on an adventure. And I did an episode recently. I just recently posted it. I don't think it's out yet. It will be out by the time this video comes out. But I mentioned this new segment because I'm always trying to hit up Andrew so we can start recording. We can do a video. We can pop off, as they say, #ThugLife. And here we are. Here we are, finally back in the studio. Well, I'm in the studio. Andrew is still being attacked in a car somehow. It's part of his life story. It's going to be fun.
Outside of the children's restaurant. Hopefully not. The kids will keep me safe.
There you go.
There's a bunch of them in there.
Right. So what it is Andrew's found himself in many adventures, and we just found ourselves not able to record in that time. So we do have quite a few of them, I believe. And I think we should just start with the beginning. And, you don't have to really reference what put you in the position, but let's talk about, you being attacked by a thicker bush, because you were pretty cut up there, man. You look like what I would say is a fat 16-year-old girl in a mental institution, right? Lots of cuts.
Huh. Oh, nice. I like that. I like that.
That's what we're on today.
Yes. Or seeking attention. Poor girl.
Right, yeah.
Black woman for attention.
But that was,
meant to, I guess.
That wasn't your plan, though. You found yourself in.
No, yes. I did not. No, I was terrified for hours. I had hours of terror.
And was the thicker bush a part of your getting out of your terrified state? Was that helping you at all, or was that part of it?
It was like in the area where I thought I was being chased by someone who wasn't there, or a bunch of someone.
That's a fun one.
And, they had flashlights. I saw flashlights, but I should have turned around after the first prickly bush knocked off my glasses and I couldn't see, and just been like, I give up.
Okay, let me give you a reference point here for myself where I can kind of relate. There was this time where me and my buddies were going through a fully grown cornfield, and we were looking for this drug that I'm not even going to reference because it is so terrifying. It gives you real hallucinations, so you see real things. And we're looking for it in the back. Yep, we're looking for it. I've done it twice. We're looking for it in the it's horrible. We're looking for it in the back, right, of the cornfield. And I was too short to see over the stalks. So much like your situation, I was in this panic mode once it got dark where you're like, dude, which way's up? Which way's down? How the fuck do I get out of here? This might just be where I end up.
What was that noise? What's that light shining at me? What's that light that's moving through the woods, But there's no light there, apparently.
Yep, or sounds, just random sounds. You're like, that doesn't sound like anything I've ever heard before. What the fuck was that? And it's probably just something.
Sound like a predator, predator noise or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You get worried.
And it's just a tiny bird. Son of a bitch. So, for sure. I mean, I hate rodents, especially at night. I ended up one time jumping over a possum, going to my friend's house. Like I was running to my friend's house through this giant field, and I don't know how I saw it, but it ended up it was on the trail, like the trail that you run to get to his house through the field behind the library. And I see him, and I'm still running, and I jumped over him, bro. I felt like MJ going from the free throw line, the way that I went over the top of him, because I looked at him as I'm floating in the air, like, oh, that's a possum. Say what?
You went like car heels, like young MJ?
Yeah. I couldn't. When I landed and kept running, I was scared he was just going to chase me, but I don't know how animals work in most cases. So that's just that's what you assume.
Awesome.
And you're sober.
They're the ugliest animal. Like, even when they're babies, they're ugly. Like they're not even cute when they're babies.
Yeah, dude, I've heard people say that they're cute. A possum?
No, it's never cute. Its entire lifespan, it looks like it just needs to be killed with fire. But actually, I like possums because they eat roadkill, and I don't want to deal with roadkill.
For
So
sure.
thank you, possum. Service to our community.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're important. I think they're right along the lines of a raccoon, but a raccoon is more presentable.
Well, and raccoons are more destructive, though. They'll eat a quarter acre.
They're more adorable. That's not deniable. They're adorable.
They are adorable.
In comparison to a possum, I would say.
Sometimes way more adorable. Their faces are expressionful. Like I don't even like shooting them. They just look at you.
Dude, they have hands. They have hands.
I know they wash their food. They eat it. The Germans call them the Waschbär. They wash their food and then.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I can't. Here's how I would say simple-minded I kind of am when it comes to the world. We'll get into that in a second before you fucking lose it. We're here with Andrew today. He has one arm today. He's lost his arm over the last week. Like, I don't want to wish any bad juju on you, but Jesus Christ, that's some fucking.
That happened. The spider bite happened like just not last night, but the night before, and just it escalated quickly.
Yeah, it tends to do that.
Yeah. All right. So what happened was I got bit by a brown recluse or something. Jesus Christ. Oh, it hurts too. Brown recluse, maybe, is what they're thinking. I know that hurts like some bitch. Oh my fucking God.
Wait, you're seeing it yourself kind of now?
Yeah, I've been just not looking at it all day. You should have seen this stuff that come out when the lady squeezed on it. She said she had never had nobody not scream before. I was thanking her. And the pressure builds up. Look at that. Oh,
yeah, that's you're gonna end up looking like the dude with the crazy arm from Scary Movie.
That's what a normal arm should look like next to it. Like, why does it look so fat? What the fuck?
That's so weird.
I don't know.
Okay, so
I know they're gonna make me go to the ER if it doesn't get better by tomorrow.
I would think so, man. Especially if it's recluse.
Yeah.
Vicious. At least I mean, how long did you have it before anything happened? Before you decided to do something?
Oh, like a day. It hurt so bad after like a full day that I had to go to walk-in. You know. Shit.
So you just woke up and had a bite on you? And it itched, or it just...
Yeah, I just thought it was like an infected hair or something, you know, like you get an infected hair follicle or something,
yeah.
You know, like, or ingrown hair. Yeah, I thought it was ingrown hair, and then sure enough, I don't know, my arm's gonna fall off. It's rotting away or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Those things are dangerous, man. Oh,
it's not MRSA. So
you got to
MRSA.
Yeah, thank God. You have to be careful with because those things are really prominent in old wood. Like dried old wood. So for instance, like brown recluse. Those spiders are very yeah. They tend to hibernate.
I can't believe it didn't hurt when it happened. How do they bite you? It doesn't even hurt, and now my arm's about to fall off. Like, how does it got that much zip to it? They must have tiny fangs.
The good thing is that is the only, I would say, the most dangerous spider that is like a home invader. They will come into your home. They'll stay in houses and shit like that, because most spiders that are that poisonous, such as like the daddy longleg is allegedly the most poisonous spider, but it has, it's too little. So, I mean, we have you've seen those ones that are on the side of houses before. They're black and they have like the yellow on the butt. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, garden spiders, banana spiders. Yeah, I used to catch them when I was little. I haven't seen them in years.
I don't think they're poisonous though.
No,
I'm not sure.
We used to catch them all.
That's what I'm saying.
They look crazy though.
They're
scary looking.
I mean, what I'm saying is had you been like anywhere else in a place where there's more prominent like poisonous things such as scorpions, etc., whatever, different snakes, things like that, and even different insects, thankfully you're in an area where that's probably more common than you think. A brown recluse bite. It's something they've seen before, so they're not going in there like, what the fuck happened to you? What is that? They already know, so they know how to treat it. But once again, this is just an Andrew adventure. So we get all these lovely things just in a mere, I don't even know, 6 days? It hasn't even been that long since our last episode, but long enough
10
where
years off of life quick.
I think what's happening is you and Mother Nature are at quarrels, my friend. She's not happy with you.
Hypothermia. She spared me from hypothermia a few times. I swear it could have been colder some nights where I was outside. And
something has happened recently where you must not be watering plants in your house or something, because she's noticing and she's taking it out on you by making a thicker bush try to eat you alive and then sending a spider on you, because that's so rare.
Yeah.
I mean, to get bit by anything is such a rare occurrence unless you're actively going into the places where they're going to be, such as the wilderness. But like I said, if you're sleeping in a place where there's a lot of older wood or wood that could have deteriorated and they might not have replaced it, there's your chances of getting bit. And I don't know what you would do to try, because you didn't find your guy.
I'm glad I didn't find my daughter.
What about
him?
I
never found him.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
There.
Fuck. What do you do now? Because he knows you're
burn the house down. It's the only thing.
Right? Yeah. Start from the ground floor just to get them all. That's just a scary thing.
You just tell them the fucking spider bit my goddamn arm. I was out for blood. They'll probably we'll cut you a check right there, $200K.
Yep. The firefighters just pull up and you're just holding a gas can. They're like, "Sir, do you know how this?" Oh, yeah, no. Look at this thing. Oh, gross, dude. Like, fucking show him your arm, and he's just like, "Oh, yeah, okay, I understand." Oh, were you bit by like fucking a spider from 8-Legged Freaks or something? A 6-foot spider? That thing is massive, bro.
I know. I should be getting superpowers here pretty soon. That's how big it is.
You got to look at the positive.
They said I get like wound of the month or something. They said they almost made me go to the ER today. The lady's like, "Oh my God."
That's an award?
Yeah. So like, that's always something that you're not proud of. You're like, "Oh, this is like, I'm grossing out." Like, even the people who see shit every day, like, they're all worried. Apparently there's super flu going around too. So I probably got that just in the waiting rooms.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, because I found out
SARS mask.
Wear the mask and stuff. Mm-hmm. I wore it just to, I wore it just to,
wash your hands, man.
I know I didn't have it, but I know, yes. I got some antibacterial hand sanitizer. That's
obsessively now. It wasn't a thing when we were younger, right? You never thought about it. You never cared. No. Tell me if I'm wrong here. Every man will avoid washing his hands in a public restroom after a piss if there's nobody else in there.
Now that is the question.
It's a fact, bro. It's so weird. Because you're thinking about yourself right now. You're like, dude, if there's no one in there, I'm out. It's my dick. Right? That's the thought. It's my dick. Who gives a shit?
He is sterile. There's no, they won't have to drink. So
science, baby.
It's not going to hurt you.
The listeners just walked in to a podcast they were not expecting to hear.
Smell like dick when you shake their hand. Right. Like, you get the little
well, that's why I made this joke about never asking to use somebody else's cell phone, because all of us take them into the bathroom when we shit. You're bound to get pink eye.
That's true.
You're gonna
That's
go
probably
home.
How I got
yeah,
probably from the spider fucking shitting on my fucking bite or something.
Yep. At least you're aware. That's the scary thing. Like I said, that's the thing you got to be most worried about, is having to deal with more, having to know that he's still there. But you also have to wonder, why the fuck did he bite you? Because you were probably asleep, right?
You said it was staph. So staph? Does that come from the spider bite? I might not even got bit. I don't know. All I know is it hurts like a something.
Yeah. What did you do anything about your cuts from the thicker bush?
Yeah, I couldn't. Maybe that's what it is. It could be because I just pulled a couple pieces out today.
That's what I was gonna say. Oof.
They were everywhere in there. Apparently, I run through a ton of them. Like I remember it, vaguely and terrifyingly, a few hours.
Yeah,
like no glasses. I'm pretty blind, so imagine going through just running full speed and all these prickers because they're not big enough. I can see without my glasses. I could get basic shapes. Big enough trees, but they're real little thin. I'm going right into it.
And you probably also didn't expect them to be thicker bushes. They probably just resembled bushes.
Yeah. There's normal bushes that don't fucking leave prickers in you.
Yeah, the worst part for you though is you didn't get through them. You like hung out there for a while and just got ate up, man.
Yeah, like I was just basically running circles around like a whole bunch of them. Just
right.
I got to meet the whole family, you know, the kids, the grandkids.
Generational.
Generations.
That's crazy though. But these are like I said, guys, this is going to be something that we're going to be implementing in every episode as often as we can.
Don't die.
Just know this. Yeah, exactly. Just know if that doesn't happen, we'll be fine. But also, we don't want to say. Here's what the listeners have to understand. If you guys don't hear from Andrew and myself for a couple episodes, he's having adventures. He's out there living. All right. But what I'm saying is, if you get a couple episodes and it's just me, Andrew's out there living. Okay.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about me.
You can't be mad at him. He's just living.
Like a 3-day window.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, guys. We'll see.
48 hours. 48-hour dose.
At the end of every episode, we'll close it out with see you in a few days, Andrew. I mean, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe this momentum will roll us into like a whole new like, type of like better than a podcast. It'll be like I don't know. Just like, we'll come up with a good name.
Yeah, living vicariously, because it's video versions too. Which this is what would be awesome is if there's any way for you to be able to hit that, like when you go on your adventures where you kind of know like, oh, I'm about to go do this or that. Fucking
podcast on the event. Like, we're about to go cow tipping, guys. And go out to cows are sleeping.
because you're pretty much mobile. Yeah, like you could leave right now with your camera and pretty much. Yeah.
Go on. Strap it to my head like
exactly. Just keep it on at all times because it seems to be a pretty crazy life you're living. But at least
a helmet would be helpful, actually. Just if I had some type of sort of protection from my melon. Not a lot of. Like, I think I took one too many, so like no more. Maybe it would be good.
Right. You don't want to get on.
Maybe I need a good one. Knock some sense into me. Like
I will say that
roll the dice.
You're off. Yeah.
Smart or retarded.
Maybe that'll be the one. You are severely positive for being that and also this I will say this to help bring your spirits up even more. I'm pretty sure if it was staff, you probably wouldn't have left. They probably would have sent you to the ER immediately because that shit is super contagious. They get it in wrestling all the time.
You weren't wearing the masks with me, I don't think, because I didn't have the flu. Live from the bar.
I'm always down for that.
Like a live amputation on TV. It'll be like the zombie virus. They got to cut it from like at the point of infection. What if that's happening? They was talking about some crazy stuff about people having different temperatures for the core temp. Like it's not everybody's 98.6. Like that's not true. Some people 99.4. That's like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When it hot.
Yep.
Probably me. I don't know what I am. They told me I was like 99.
Yeah, you know, that was a weird thing that I seen on the internet as well. Like, I mean, it feels like obviously, right? What?
Awesome. Oh no, there you are. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was pausing for your retort because I was saying it feels like 98.6 was just what they said was an average, but in most cases it feels like obviously not everybody runs at 98.6. Obviously.
Yeah, that's not that I think about it. Yeah, that was a silly thing.
It's weird that's even news or whatever, clickbait, whatever you want to call it. But
well, like that's what the doctors was talking about. You know, like so I was eavesdropping. You know, I like to do that when I'm places. Make sure that they're not gonna eat me. You know, never know. Little room. You know, they could come in with a hatchet and it's donezo. You know, like, try next time.
Illuminati style, just replace you.
Could be taking me in to be like some type of a breeding stud. I don't know, some type of conspiracy.
That'd be crazy. I mean, if there's anything you want to be kidnapped to do, it would be that probably. That's going to be pretty.
Way better than I know, right? It's like pretty awesome. Did you ever see that movie with Sean Connery where that kind of happened? He's like in the future. I think it was Sean Connery or Charlton Heston, one of them. But yeah, it's like, no, it's Don Johnson. I'm sorry. Man,
Okay.
I went around. But yeah, Don Johnson, dog or something. He gets, by the Women's Society, he's like, well, you're going to be a stud, Brady stud. He gets strapped to a machine and they put on like a little fucking suction cup thing. And he doesn't even get to bang all the chicks.
Oh,
just
wow.
like, it's horrible. He's like, this sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine like having to come all the time, but like you can't.
Right.
You can't enjoy it. There's no masturbation. It would get so old so fast.
there's probably some people that are listening to this right now and being like, anything to come. I just, I'm
fine.
so,
I'll be a fucking
I'm so lonely.
Take margin. Strap me to a table. Just touch me. Touch me, please.
Just brush up against me, and I gotta go home. I gotta cancel I can't go to work today. But if she rubs against me on the bus again, like what the fuck?
I know. When I was in prison, like after so long, and then you got to visit, you come out, and they like pat you down or whatever, and I'm like, that's the first time someone's touched me in a long time, man.
Feels so good.
It's kind of like, yeah, a little bit of physical contact,
Yeah, I can tell what you had for dinner last night. So deep. Outside. But yeah, there's a couple different things that I want to hit on today, and I'm not sure if you're aware of them, but have you heard anything about this Gwyneth Paltrow candle? It's kind of
candle?
Yeah, dude. She's putting out a candle that
cancer or something?
I don't know. The basis is it was supposed to smell like her vagina.
Get out of here, vagina! I want one. How much are they?
I don't know,
$10?
man. I think they're expensive, but apparently, I don't know. There's something about cucumber as well, but the real joke is like, what? Like, that's the direction you're gonna go. And also, does the candle smell like apples because her daughter's name is Apple? So.
Oh, dude, I like it.
Is that the idea? What's funny is nobody made that joke on Twitter. Like I looked through all the fucking jokes that could have been made for the vagina candle. Nobody said that.
Nobody had Apple. That is a kind of a cool name.
Yeah.
Apple. I like
unique.
Apple.
She's married to the guy from Bush.
Bush? Gavin Rosdale?
Yeah. Glycerine. Quality stuff, man. That's the kind of musician I would be. Just let's make one good hit that can pay me for the rest of my life. Bye. So I got the quiet one to sleep, but the little one who's very noisy is running amok. So.
That's your boy, muck, man. I got a girl and she runs amok. I can't imagine the boy.
Well, the one of them is violent. He attacks me a lot.
I don't know why I laughed at that. You're just like basically pleading for help. One of them is violent. Wink, wink, wink. Help me. Wink,
yeah. I just hold up a piece of paper. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
This is a cry for help. But yeah, the weird candle, man, it's just a weird situation. But there's also, because we do a podcast, you get sponsors from time to time.
What if I squeeze in my spider bite? Do you think that'd get us some views? You think?
Dude, yeah. Anything. That's what I'm saying. We wouldn't. You don't have to do an actual podcast version. Just film 1-minute clips, and I'll put them out there and get them out there. Like, hey, this is Andrew sleeping in the thicker bush. His second favorite home.
This is Andrew squeezing out some pus out of his spider bite.
Oh, and there's the spider babies. What?
Yeah, that's probably what's growing. What if I got bit by some type of alien and there's eggs inside of me and I'm gonna be a mommy?
Well, I mean, congratulations.
Thank you. I've always secretly wanted to be a mommy. And being a daddy's pretty great, but the mommies, shit, they gotta.
It's a different perspective. You can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, man. But you can't fuck up being a dad. That's the problem. Daddy issues ruin a girl, So, like, no pressure, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This isn't your average 90s sitcom, where it's all sparkles and sunshine.
Yeah. 3 men and a baby.
Yeah. Mr. Mom.
That's 2020. They was ahead of their time. What was that?
Yeah. I'm surprised that's not being remade. I think they did a TV like series.
What's Gutenberg doing? I mean, come on, Gutenberg's probably he'll probably do it. You know?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in years. What the hell happened?
I think he's not really doing anything to my knowledge, but I know I've seen
money. Like,
he's still in great shape.
Snorting, blowing, banging hookers, probably. Like same thing we all do with unlimited money.
He's running around being called Nordberg. That was his name. Wait, what was his name from Police Academy? Was that right?
No, what was it?
That was the other guy, the
Strawberry. Let's see, Hightower.
He had a cool name because he was like the cool guy. So
Mahoney.
There you go.
Mahoney.
So there's definitely that. He's walking around either being called Mahoney.
Move it.
There were some really great people in that. I remember one of the first times.
That's why they made like 7 of them. It's so good.
Exactly. 6. And it even had a whole new cast. I mean, Bobcat Goldthwait was Michael Winslow, the guy that did all the sounds.
Yeah, shit. He could do all them. Yeah, it was great. I could probably watch him for hours. Just won't pass a blunt with them, just hang out.
Yep. But he doesn't smoke the blunt. He just makes sounds like he is.
He's did beatboxing.
What was I gonna say? Because of that movie, Police Academy and Problem Child.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
there was 3 of those, 3 Problem Child movies. I was a little inspired by the ginger kid.
You're like,
be an asshole. Because nobody wants you, so fuck them, right? That's how one of my podcasts actually came into fruition. I put those 2 names together, Police Academy, Problem Child, and I called it Problem Academy.
Nice.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it hasn't been published anywhere but Spotify. So,
well,
still make episodes. Worked really hard on it. Just like this show.
From dude, I got some stories, some prison stories, man, where, I could just entertain you for hours. You said the true crime stuff pays the best. There's this dude, this big old Chicago dude, and, my swollen hand kind of makes me think of it, because he got in a fight with his bunkie, right? And he beat his bunkie so bad, he one of his hands, was all swelled up. And he owed me, a soup or something, couple soups. And I said, hey, Johnny, where's my soup? He's like, I ain't got it for you. I said, don't make me come over there and lump up your other hand. Yeah, he paid me the soup the next week. Johnny, he's a good guy.
Hell yeah, man. That's the weird thing about facilities, and I think about it. I've always had this theory where I believe that everybody should spend some time. Go on in there.
Yeah,
attitude when you come out.
Who's ever done something that's a little too negligent or selfish that someone else, got to pay for it, then let them little reality check.
Mm-hmm. It's different because everybody has this false perspective of what it is when they've never been. And until you go,
a lot of butt stuff.
Yeah, you talk more than you should. And the reason I think this is because there's so many people that have this free will to just say whatever the fuck they want, to whoever they want, however they want.
Yeah, no,
through text messages, right? Only and shit like that. Those fuckers should spend some time. You've never been to jail. You've never been around real fucking criminals. Real hard dudes.
It's like a bunch of predators all together.
Go spend some time. Hang out. Man. You'll see if you come out talking that kind of shit afterwards. Yeah. I promise it'll be different.
He creeped up on you and grabbed a hold of you, and you can't fucking, you can't do that.
Yeah, Texas Hold'em will never be the same.
When you drop that soap, you got to make a flash decision. Do I pick it up or am I clean enough? I'll get it next time. Is it worth your anal virginity? I'm good.
Or as they call it, your boy pussy.
Stick pussy. Yeah, the stick pussy. Or wait, what was that? No. One time, though, I did drop the soap, and it slid, it bounced, and it just went all the way to my buddy's feet in the big shower. He just looks at me like, whoa, and I was like, whoa, and he kicked it to me, and that was it.
Yeah.
But it was that stereotypical prison drop the soap moment. If you show fear, you get your booty on them, so you can't be scared.
Tell me, you probably still feel the same when you shower today.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
when you drop the soap in the shower when you're on your own today,
no,
it's still I'm gonna bend over different.
Yeah.
I think I'll crouch
at the knees
Yep.
and down.
I'm gonna be stinky for a while.
Yep, I'll get it next shower. Fuck.
Yeah.
We got wrecked tomorrow too. As long as you don't sleep through it, you're good.
Dude, the hilarious thing would be if the showers in prisons were steady, like cluttered with soap bars just up against the wall because no one wants to fucking pick them up.
Yeah, there's
stacks
the
of
land. It's just soap bars and pubes everywhere.
Yep. all basically brand new looking soaps.
Into the soap bars.
Oh yeah, it becomes an apparatus of some kind. Hey, is that thing breathing?
Sometimes you look down. Remember, like you look down and it would be moving. It's like the drain is like moving, like because there was crabs or something in there. I don't know. It was weird.
It was alive. Something.
You just when you shower, you just keep moving, so it couldn't like jump up on you. I guess.
That thing had memories.
Yeah. Trying to bat it down, coming at you gotta. They might have thought you was just shadow boxing, but there was really some critters in there coming after you.
Yeah. The sad thing about this, and I don't know how we really got on it, but the sad thing for me that I've always realized is that so many people nowadays, because you can't, if somebody has a sickness, like they're mentally ill to any extent and they're doing a crime or they're just being a nuisance or nobody's taking care of them, they get arrested. And they get put in facilities like that. They don't get to go to a hospital and be fixed. They go in there and they're around hardened criminals that do crime. And then those are the guys that are sorely taken advantage of because they don't know any better.
Yeah, they get molested, and then when they get out, they start doing molestings, and then it's all bad.
It's a vicious cycle. You
gotta shoot your local pedophile. Shoot your local,
is that a T-shirt? What?
That's just this social group I was thinking about. Like we should all shoot your local pedophiles.
Right, for sure.
Child molesters beware. This is like new America where we don't do that shit no more.
No, I mean, to think that it was even less frowned upon is devastating. Like, people didn't give a shit before. Oh, you can marry a 13-year-old? Oh, weird.
Right, yeah. And she's your cousin.
Yeah, no shit. And she's fine with it. Why? Because I've been grooming her since she was 7.
Why is this like, have you heard about these, these, I don't know, like with the Hollywood elite, like Epstein, right? Like Epstein, and then these pedophile islands, and then these pizza joints that are run by these Hollywood elite. Like, I don't know, it's fucking disgusting. It's fucking terrible. And like the way they buried it for like people, oh man.
It's beyond that, dude. It's one thing. It's
murder them, the hammer or whatever. When you see something like that shit happen, and just like end it now.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be a way to catch those fuckers.
I feel like that's the worst thing that we could ever want from sex offenders is organization, but between them being an organized group, being able to continue to commit these things. Because the way I look,
because they're fucked in the head, it doesn't mean that they're like stupid. Some of them are pretty smart that they do some fucked up shit.
And they're everywhere. They're not in one specific level of society or class. They're everywhere, as we can see. This dude had millions and millions of dollars. He had a whole fucking island. He's hanging out with the elite, shit like that.
And then he just mysteriously hangs himself in prison or in jail. You know how hard it is to hang yourself in jail? There's nothing to tie this shit to.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm going to talk about that. Hold on.
Is it the shoes? Is it the shoes? Is it the shoes? Is it the shoes?